Good morning, dear hearts. We are on lesson 16. Please subscribe. I have no neutral thoughts, and that's the truth. Every thought I have or ever have had has had a consequence, an effect. So the thought that I have is the cause, and what comes from it is the consequence or the effect. The idea for today is the beginning step in dispelling the belief that your thoughts have no effect. Everything you see is the result of your thoughts. There is no exception to this fact. Remember also that the thought comes first, which we spoke of yesterday. It's always the thought that comes first, and then it is seen. What is seen is the effect of the thought. Thoughts are not big or little. Thoughts are not powerful or weak. They are merely true or false. Those that are true create in their own likeness. Those that are false make theirs. But I'm going to come back to that idea about thoughts having power. There is no more self-contradictory concept than that of idle thoughts. What gives rise to the perception of a whole world can hardly be called idle. I also say it can hardly be called powerless. But if my thoughts are giving rise, if they are making or creating a whole world, even a whole universe, then there is some power behind those thoughts. Now, ultimately, they still can be false. They don't need to be true for them to have power, but they have made something that I now will react or respond to. So that's where I believe the power of our thoughts comes in. Many paths, and I've said it many times, that there isn't really anything more powerful in this world than the power of our thoughts. The creativity that they have and the destructiveness that they have all have and show that there is power to them. It doesn't have to be good power, okay? Up there again. And again, it can be true, it can be false, but there certainly is a consequence that can be a consequence of great magnitude. Every thought you have contributes to truth or to illusions. Either it extends the truth or it multiplies illusions. You can indeed multiply nothing, but you will not increase nothing by doing so either. Besides your recognition that thoughts are never idle, salvation, freedom, requires that you also recognize that every thought you have either brings peace or war, either love or fear. So again, this is why I will say that thoughts have consequences, they have results. What brings forth those results or consequences, those effects, is the power of my thought, how much I have invested in it. A neutral result is impossible because a neutral thought is impossible, makes or creates. There is such a temptation to dismiss fear thoughts as unimportant, trivial, and not worth bothering about that it is essential you recognize them all as equally destructive, but equally unreal. We will practice this idea in many forms before you really understand it. And this is something that, again, like our lessons, as I've said, they're repetitive. They will come back. They will weave in and out for our spiritual tapestry, weave over one thread under another, and we'll tie them off at some point because they will be understood. Remember, this is the reversal of a thought system. That's what A Course in Miracles is. So, indeed, I have no neutral thoughts because every single thought I have is contributing to an idea of peace or an idea of war. Applying for the idea, search your mind for a minute with your eyes closed. Actively seek not to overlook any little thought, okay? Whatever thought we have, that's the one we use. Okay, there's not, oh, no, I'm not going to use that one. Yes, that's the one. Same as when we were looking around the room, that, this has no meaning. It's okay. Use that, because the one that we want to not use is the one that we're trying to exclude. And even from the very beginning, we don't include or exclude anything specifically. Every thought that occurs to you, regardless of the qualities that you assign to it, is a suitable subject for applying today's idea. In the practice periods, repeat the idea, I have no neutral thoughts, to yourself, and then as each one crosses your mind, hold it in awareness, become aware of it, look at it, while you tell yourself, this thought about blank, fill in the space, is not a neutral thought. That thought, not a neutral thought. 3 to 4 practice periods today. 4 to 5. 4 to 5. And again, use it throughout the day if anything comes that seems to be disturbing, that this thought that I'm having right now about whatever that is not a neutral thought, because I have no neutral thoughts. I'm going to read what I wrote about lesson 16. I've been doing that now for the past several days. I have no neutral thoughts. Every thought is a cause, and what the thought produces is the effect. How the effect, the thing, looks to me is completely influenced by my beliefs in the thought I just had. That is why I can see nothing as neutral, because it has been produced by a non-neutral thought. Thoughts are either true or false. This will become a recurring reminder. This means that they make illusions or create a path to truth. Nothing else is possible. My freedom will begin to manifest for me when I realize the outcome of my thoughts and choose to dismiss the fear, the false thoughts, and embrace the thoughts that are true, the thoughts of love. We can weave back to lesson 5. I'm never upset for the reason I think, because that also, I'm thinking about these thoughts, and what I'm thinking about and what I'm upset about, that wasn't neutral either. That's it for today. I hope it helped. I hope it wasn't confusing, because, sometimes it could be. Please like, please share, please subscribe, please comment. I guess I've had 2 controversial lessons about power and about light episodes. Whew, what happens tomorrow? So like, share, subscribe, comment, smile. It's so glorious that you're here. And take a deep breath in and release it, and let everything go, and allow happy thoughts, loving thoughts. They aren't neutral either, but allow those to be the ones that we use today. And pray for peaceful thoughts, loving thoughts, kind thoughts. They may not be neutral, but they're the ones I want. Namaste.